Although I don't have 200 subscribers right now, I still want to say thank you for 200 subscribers. I am surprised. Anyway, this is a re-upload of the Viol Chart that was released on June the 24th, Friday. This video is released on June the 31st, aka July the 1st. So, be prepared for July the 4th. Anyway, here it is. This will include 4 instruments. These are orchestral instruments called strings. Now I'm sorry if it doesn't include the guitar, but here are the instruments. Violin, also known as the fiddle, especially used for country. El viola, or the viola. The cello, also known as el violoncello, or in Italian language, violoncello, and we have the biggest, the double or upright or even contrabass, pronounced contrabass, is also known as the bass cello or the acoustic jazz bass, especially if you don't have a bow. So anyway, let's get into the chart. This is the smallest violin, or in the chart, the smallest viol ever played. OMG, you don't need a regular bow for this tiny little insect double viol. Oh no, look at the cute little baby. Let's not mess around and get to the next viol. Alright, so this baby is the smallest viola ever played. So this is a very tiny cello. Oh, very cute. So let's not mess around and get to the next viol. Wow, bro. This is a very tiny, a small double bass. This is the smallest double bass you can ever play on. I mean, it looks like a violin because of the chin rest, the black spot. Alright, next viol. Next we have an ordinary violin, which is also known as the fiddle. You can use this for orchestras, country, especially if it's called a fiddle. And if the violin has pickups, you can use it for rock music. Alright, next viol. Bigger viola than the smaller viola. Oh, sorry. This is a bigger viol than the other viola, but it's a small viol. Next viol. I understand that this cello is bigger than the smallest cello, but it's still a small cello, no matter what. Next cello. This is a small double bass, but bigger than the smallest double bass. Next viol. So this is a big violin. So, the very big violin, it looks like a violin because of the chin rest, the black piece, a flappy flap, I don't know what it's called. Looks very fine. But next viol. This is the perfect viola for an orchestra. Alright, next viol. I can't think of a name for this cello. So I'm going to say this cello is bigger than the small cello and the smallest cello. Alright, so next viol. Now, this is a mid-sized cello, so no complaints here. To be serious, this mid-sized double bass looks more like a cello due to the headstock. Whatever, next viol. Or in this case, bass. Wow, this is a large violin. This is unbelievable. I mean, can you see how big a large violin, especially this, could look? I'm not gonna lie. It looks like a cello because it doesn't have the chin rest, the black piece. I don't know what's it called. Whatever, let's just get to the next viol. OMGesus, this is a big viola. Wow, next viol. The perfect cello, also known as the violoncello. Don't forget that, okay? It's very good for orchestra, especially Italian music, especially if it's a violoncello. Don't forget it, okay? Alright, next viol. Great. This is the perfect double bass, upright bass cello, bass violin, bass viola, or contrabajo for orchestral music and jazz music or any other music that has basses plucking and slapping on the bass's strings. Let's not mess around and get into the next viol. So this is the biggest violin ever played. So big. Next viol. This is a seriously big viola. This is the biggest viola you can ever play on. Alright, the next viol. This is a big cello. So this is a big double bass, apparently. This may be an octave bass, but don't judge me, please. I mean, these are just pictures of different viols. Just don't judge me, okay? Alright, here's that catchphrase. Next viol. So clearly this is the biggest cello ever played. Alright, next viol. Finally, the moment you all have been waiting for. The biggest viol ever played. AKA the biggest double bass ever played. It's so big that it has a separate bow. You don't need a regular bow to play this giant bass. This is so enormous, I can't lie. The elephants will be impressed. Or, in this case, intimidated. Sorry about that. There's no other viols to go, so let's just end this chart. And that was the viol chart. From the smallest violin ever played to the biggest double bass or even bass cello ever played. So, thank you so much for watching me check a look at the violin, viola, cello, and double bass chart, aka the viol chart. See you next time. Bye. Be aware of bigger viols. Oh, lordy.